What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, and in this video we're going to go over where and how to buy the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Varsity Red, aka Reverse Bred. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm not a huge fan of the Reverse Bred nickname, but for some odd reason that nickname has been attached to this shoe. Before we jump into things, really quick, if you have a second, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Also, what that does is it lets me know that you guys like these how or where to buy upcoming releases. They do take a bit of extra time, not as much as the news videos, but I feel like this channel is known for its news content, so trying to expand on the how and where to buy videos would be cool, but only if you guys want to see them. Now, a few things I'm going to go over before I get into the details on the shoe, and then we'll go over where you can buy them. First up, the list of retailers is not that long. Now, I will have direct links in the description below. Those, of course, will take you to the page where you can fill out raffles and stuff like that. But I'm going to continue to build upon this list up till the release date, which is February 8th. But not to confuse anybody, what I'm going to do for the new added in links, I'm going to pin a comment to the top, and those will be the additional links that I found before the release, and I'll continue to edit that comment once I find more retailers. Also, there's a handful of retailers in this video that is based overseas, and as of January 1st, a lot of these retailers overseas aren't allowed to ship to the US. With that being said, I have a workaround. I haven't tried the method yet, and it will cost you a little bit of money, but in the case for this pair and maybe the off-white and a few others, paying a little extra will probably be worth it. I'll make sure to go over that later on in the video. Now, before I give you a rundown on the retailers, I'm going to just talk about the shoes a little bit. I know most of you already know the background on this pair, but in the case that somebody doesn't and comes across this video, this is the first Air Jordan 1 High 85 to release. They are being called Varsity Red, some call them Reverse Bred. It's not a true Reverse Bred, but one of the biggest differences between this model and the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG is that the High 85 resembles that of the OG, and that is due to the height, the cut, the sizing of the wings, and much more. With this particular pair, they come with a special dust bag, and that dust bag comes in black with red Nike Air branding, and this is where we find out how limited the shoe is, numbered out of 23,000 pairs. Unfortunately, this won't be an easy cop, and to be honest, I'm not good at guessing on resale. I used to be at one point, so I'm not even going to try and make an estimate here. Other than that, they come with the original hang tag that was seen on the OG Air Jordan 1 from 85, which I feel is a nice touch. Now, as far as the release details, February 8th, like I already stated, and the retail price will be $200. And now we're going to go over the retailers where you can buy them. Sadly, the #1 site you'll be able to buy this pair on is Nike Sneakers, so you can access this via the app or online. You'll just need to log in. And the reason why this is a disappointment as far as the best website to purchase is because personally, I have never hit anything big on sneakers. And it gets worse. So I reached out to Nike Store on Twitter and I asked them if this was going to release via the draw. And for those that don't know what the draw is, that's basically a time frame you have to enter all your information. And once the time is up, they pick names randomly. Nike has confirmed this will be a first come, first serve release. And since there's so much hype on this pair, you can expect a lot of errors to happen. Some of those errors will be saying that you entered your information wrong, the site timed out, stuff like that. So with this pair, you're going to have to be patient and keep trying. This pair will be available at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next up is the Foot Locker app. Now they've incorporated this new Flex program, and since they've done that, the app has been not really working that great. I've already seen the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Varsity Red be added and removed several times. So at the time of shooting this video, it's not live. However, I suspect that it will be early in the day. According to some of the screenshots I've seen, you can add head starts and edit what size you want up until February 7th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that would be 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Even with the Foot Locker app, you'll have to put in your zip code or your city and have to physically go to the store and pick them up. I've already tried it and there isn't a store in 100 miles of me, so I won't be able to get them. Some of you guys might, especially those that live in the Chicago area. So I suggest you open the app a few times during the day just to see when they add them back. End Clothing is not based in the United States, but to my surprise, they are still shipping to the US. I went ahead and reached out to their customer support and I asked them about this shoe, specifically the Air Jordan 1 High 85, and asked if I entered their raffle and won, would you guys be able to ship? And they said yes. I let them know that I was from the United States, so I've included this in the US portion, and currently they're having a raffle / draw for this pair, and by the time this video goes live, you'll have about a day and a half to enter. There's a link in the description below, which will take you right to End Clothing. From there, you'll just walk through the steps, you'll fill out your information, stuff like that. And the draw closes at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Once it's closed, you'll be notified within 3 hours. From there, they'll let you know if you won them or not. One Block Down is another website that appears to still be shipping to the US even though they're based overseas. They are currently holding a raffle and I went through all the steps. I put in my address and I was able to submit. Just like all you have to do is hit the page and follow the steps. Now, again, once this goes live, you'll have about a day and a half to enter their draw, or I should say raffle. And from there, you should be getting an email within several hours letting you know if you won or not. It took me about a good 2 to 3 hours of doing research to find which retailers would have them. And here is one retailer I've honestly never heard of, and it's known as Tops and Bottoms USA, or simply Tops and Bottoms. But apparently they are a retailer out of Chicago and they are holding a raffle. So it's 1 entry per customer. And I filled out this raffle, and although they're not clear on the details, it appears that they will ship if you win. One of the questions you'll have to answer while filling out their form is, what is your home / mailing address? This will be used while we ship the shoe if you win. So that pretty much tells me that you'll be able to have them shipped to you if you win. Just like the other websites, you'll just fill out all your information. And if you win, you should get an email shortly after. These next 5 sites I'm going to go over will not ship to the US. In fact, 2 of them are in-store only, but since I know a lot of people around the world watch these videos, I wanted to include them so that could help everybody out as well. So basically, we're going to go over 3 that even though they're not shipping to the US, there is a workaround. Some of you may know about this workaround, and depending on who you go through, it can be costly. But basically, what you're looking for is a forwarding service. So there's quite a few out there that basically you sign up, you have to pay a fee, you can get an address in the UK or wherever it may be, and then if you win the raffle, you would submit that info to, let's say, Sneakers and Stuff. Your package will be sent there, and once the forwarding service receives the package, they'll send it to you. Now, of course, this wouldn't be a good idea to do with GRs unless they're extremely cheap, but in the case of some limited shoes, this would be good, especially during All-Star Weekend. As everybody knows, there's quite a few limited releases to come. Also, to give you guys a heads up, I have not used this service before, nor have I used a forwarding service from the UK to the US or anywhere. So what I suggest for you guys to do is actually a little bit of research where you're going to sign up with, because I would just want to make sure that they're actually going to send your stuff. So honestly, I can't recommend you guys a service. With that being said, please do research and check out some reviews online. And I'll also ask around some people who may have tried it. And if I find people that have tried it, I'll recommend a source in the pinned comment. First up is Sneakers and Stuff, and you'll have to download their app. It's available in the App Store or the Google Play Store. And once again, by the time this video goes live, you'll have about a day and a half to enter their raffle. This is one of the sites you'll have to use the forwarding service for. And typically with sneakers and stuff, what I've noticed is about a day after, maybe even less than that, they'll let you know if you won their raffle. BSTN is another website that you'll have to use a forwarding service for, and they are actually making you do a little bit extra in order to have a chance to purchase. So what you need to do first is follow bstn.womens on Instagram. Second, you'll need to follow BSTN Store on Instagram, so both their men's and women's IG accounts. Next, you'll need to fill out this raffle, and after that, you'll receive an email to verify your participation. Once verified, you'll get your final raffle confirmation. Now, by the time this video goes live, the raffle will end around 15 hours from now. Now, they do ship, so if you use the forwarding service, you can have them redirect the package to you, or if you live outside of the US, then you can skip the forwarding service and they'll ship right to you. Foot District, I actually had to send an email to because on their raffle, they made no mention of them being able to ship to the US or not. And in that email, they told me as of January 1st, they're not able to ship to the US. So either you'll need to get a forwarding account, or if you live outside of the US, you should be good. Once again, a direct link to their form is in the description below. And just like the other sites, you'll just follow through all the steps. And once you fill out the form correctly, they'll send you a confirmation email to let you know that you've entered successfully. As well, they want you to keep it locked to their Instagram page for additional updates on this raffle and others. I feel like a lot of these retailers want you to sign up for their Instagram, so I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're listening this far, make sure to follow Sneaker Files on Instagram. The last two retailers you can purchase from are in-store only, and after we go over these, I'm going to get to the outro, talk a little bit, and then I'm going to go back to looking up and trying to find these retailers that will have them. But first up is Kicks, and I'm going to read from their Instagram. They're doing something a bit different. It reads, if you want to get a chance to buy the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Varsity Red, read closely. Prove that you are an AJ1 since day one customer by showcasing your very own and personal Air Jordan 1 collection, a bunch of vintage Kicks flyers, or maybe the receipt of your very first Kicks purchase from back in the days. Bring your A game and convince us that you deserve the right to take part in our exclusive by personal invitation only in-store raffle live event, which will be hosted at Kicks Premium Berlin on Saturday, February 8th. Going over the rules: number 1, post a pic of your collection on your IG feed. 2, tag Kicks93. 3, put your US shoe size into the copy. 4, use the hashtag AJ1 since day one. And 5, like this post and tag 3 friends in the comments. The Kicks jury will then decide who gets a ticket for our in-store raffle in Berlin and will be notified via DM first, then officially per email. The competition closes on Thursday, February 6th at 12 p.m. Soulbox is having a special in-store event which will take place on February 8th. So what you have to do is sign up for their email list, and once you register, you will receive a confirmation allowing you to access their Berlin event. Space is limited, so they've also suggest that you arrive early. Now they're also doing some sort of treasure hunt, and unfortunately the first hint was already sent out, which was on Wednesday, February 5th. I know I'm not going to be able to attend this, but I did subscribe to their email list just to see if I was updated with any additional info. Unfortunately, I wasn't as of yet, but you will need to check into your email and confirm your subscription, so from there they will send you additional details. And as of now, that does it as far as the retailers that will have them. Once again, if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more on where and how you can buy upcoming releases, please make sure to leave a like as well as a comment letting me know which release you would like to see next. I know one of them I'm going to do is the Off-White Air Jordan 5, and more than likely the Air Jordan New Beginnings pack. So if you have any questions, make sure to leave it in the comments as well. I definitely will try my best to answer each one to the best of my knowledge. Good luck to all of you, and again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.